Tonight, N.S.A. lost access to powerful AI model amid Anthropic dispute. Meta has created a prediction markets app. India's MoEngage bets that the future of marketing is millions of AI agents. Klue says hackers stole credential from 2022 that led to customer data breaches. Anthropic's Claude tag is learning your company. One Slack message at a time. US presses Meta to agree to AI reviews. Fika Jobs raises $4M to build a video-first hiring platform where AI agents interview candidates. After betting the firm on Anthropic, Menlo Ventures raises victorious 3B fund. Dialogue claims it was hacked. A misconfigured website left its members exposed. US's climate.gov site, taken down by Trump, relaunched by nonprofit. 4 days left to save up to $190 on TechCrunch Founder Summit 2026. OpenAI launches new initiative to help find and patch open-source bugs. Best Dyson deals for Prime Day. Vacuums, hair tools, and more. China takes supercomputer crown from US for first time since 2017. The best Apple Watch is 30% off right now, 2026. Walmart-backed Flipkart expands quick commerce push as Amazon ramps up in India. Oracle's 21,000 layoffs help drive its debt-fueled AI investments. AI chipmaker Grok confirms $650 raise. Restaffs after NVIDIA's $20 not acqui-hire deal. The running list. Major tech layoffs in 2026 where employers cited AI and how to burst the AI bubble. Strike at its roots. We start with N.S.A. lost access to powerful AI model amid Anthropic dispute. N.S.A. lost access to powerful AI model amid Anthropic dispute. A recent episode underscored the Trump administration's increasing reliance on advanced AI systems for cybersecurity, even as it battles a leading U.S. developer. Meta has created a prediction markets app. The experimental app, internally called Arena, would be independent of Facebook and Instagram. It could compete for attention with Polymarket and Kalshi, the biggest prediction markets. Mark Zuckerberg is betting that prediction markets are the future. The New York Times reports that Zuck wants Meta to have its own Polymarket-like smartphone app and has given the go-ahead to develop one, internally calling it Arena. The app would be independent of Meta's other social media offerings, although sources told the paper that those social sites could direct users to engagement with the app. Sources said the current concept for Arena can be described as experimental but a top priority, and it weirdly wouldn't involve money. Instead, it would essentially be a video game where users would earn points for betting correctly on particular topics. The sources added that money could be added later. Over the past year, prediction markets have fueled big profits and controversy. As of April, trading volume on platforms such as Polymarket and Kalshi had reached tens of billions of dollars. Other social media sites like X, which forged a partnership with Polymarket last summer, have sought. India's MoEngage bets that the future of marketing is millions of AI agents. Indian customer engagement software firm MoEngage, which serves brands across global markets, has acquired San Francisco-based startup OMP in an all-cash deal, betting that AI agents that make decisions for individual customers will become the future of marketing. MoEngage did not disclose the financial terms of the transaction, but a source familiar with the matter told TechCrunch that the all-cash deal was worth tens of millions of dollars. Founded in 2020, OMP develops software that assigns a dedicated AI agent to each customer, allowing brands to personalize messaging based on individual behavior rather than traditional audience segments and campaign rules. The startup has more than 30 customers across the US, Europe, and Asia-Pacific, and grew annual recurring revenue by 150% over the past year. MoEngage co-founder and chief executive Ravach Datta said in an interview. Datta told TechCrunch that the acquisition will help it win customers using rival marketing platforms such as Salesforce and Adobe. A large part of our growth is driven by migrations of enterprise customers from Salesforce Marketing Cloud and Adobe Experience Cloud, Datta said. MoEngage recently signed. Klue says hackers stole credential from 2022 that led to customer data breaches. Market research company Klue has confirmed that a credential dating back to 2022, which was part of a limited pilot, was used by hackers earlier this month to steal reams of data from its corporate customers, including several cybersecurity companies. The new detail suggests that Klue may have had years to decommission the credential that was used for the pilot, raising questions about the company's security posture and what actions it could have taken to prevent the breaches of its customers' data. The hack at Vancouver-based Klue, which it detected on June 12 and first disclosed last Friday, allowed hackers to steal data from a number of its customers, including password manager maker LastPass and several other cybersecurity companies. The hackers used their access to Klue's systems, which store the keys, known as OAuth tokens, to access their customers' data stored in other clouds and databases, to download that data and extort the companies. Klue spokesperson Katie Berg told TechCrunch that the company's investigation so far indicates that the credential used by the hackers to steal customers' data was originally provided to a third party in 2022 for a limited pilot. When? Anthropic's Claude tag is learning your company, one Slack message at a time. Anthropic is introducing a new service called Claude Tag, an always-on Claude that lives in Slack and acts as an AI teammate. The new feature, which allows users to tag a Claude to provide insights in chats and assign tasks, will be available in beta for Slack for Claude Enterprise and Claude Team customers. Claude Tag is an evolution of several integrations that already exist. Users can already DM at Claude within Slack or tag it in channels for on-demand help, and Claude Code in Slack routes coding tasks from channel mentions to full coding sessions on the web, posting updates back into the thread. But Claude Tag adds a layer of persistent context and memory that would be difficult to maintain with previous tools. As Claude follows along with its channel, it learns ever more about the work, reads a statement from Anthropic. Claude can also automatically gather facts from elsewhere in the organization if it's granted permission to read other channels. With Claude Tag, everyone in a given Slack channel can access a single Claude identity, meaning anyone can see what Claude has been working on and can pick up the conversation from where the last person left off. System admin. U.S. presses Meta to agree to AI reviews. Federal officials are urging the lone major tech company holdout to allow government safety evaluations, weeks after ordering Anthropic to pull its latest model. Fika Jobs raises $4 to build a video-first hiring platform where AI agents interview candidates. The hiring process has long been criticized for its inefficiency and opacity. Candidates spend hours writing applications and submitting cover letters, only to disappear into what often feels like a black box. Generative AI has only made things messier, with employers increasingly relying on AI-powered screening systems to sift through an overwhelming number of submissions. Stockholm-based startup Fika Jobs thinks there's a better way. The company is building a video-first hiring platform that combines AI interview agents with short-form video profiles, creating something that feels like a cross between LinkedIn and TikTok. Instead of relying solely on resumes, candidates complete AI-powered interviews designed to showcase their personality and communication skills. Fika Jobs announced on Tuesday a $4 million pre-seed round, which will be used to continue developing the platform, grow the team, and prepare for a wider launch later this year. For job seekers, the process starts by connecting a LinkedIn profile. Fika's AI reviews the candidate's background and generates personalized interview questions. Candidates then complete a roughly 10-minute video interview with the AI agent, C. After betting the firm on Anthropic, Menlo Ventures raises victorious 3B fund. Menlo Ventures announced $3 billion in funds on Tuesday, the largest raise in its 50-year history, driven in large part by its AI portfolio, especially Anthropic. Its stake in the model maker is now worth about $14 billion, sources told Bloomberg. To hear the folks at Menlo talk about it, they were white-knuckling it when they made a bet the firm's $750 million investment in Anthropic in 2024, preemptively leading the model maker's Series D at the time. That round quadrupled the startup's valuation to $18.4 billion. While the bet itself was arguably not wildly risky, the means by which the firm raised that kind of capital was more so. Menlo had been an early investor in the Series C, before Anthropic had a product. By 2024, long before Claude Code and Claude Mythos, the company was showing signs of success. It had landed a $4 billion deal from Amazon and was being hotly pursued by VCs, having been founded by former OpenAI researchers, including siblings CEO Dario Amodei and President Daniela Amodei. It was a rising star AI company, as so many startups founded by OpenAI alum still are today. But how Menlo raised the funds was eye-popping. In 2024, the venture world was just rebounding. Dialogue claims it was hacked. A misconfigured website left its members exposed. Dialogue, the invite-only group co-founded by Peter Thiel, notified members and past event participants last week that a database containing their personal information had been breached, supposedly by a criminal hacker. But a Wired analysis found that the files were readable to anyone who visited a landing page for the group's app, what cybersecurity experts describe as a misconfiguration that effectively made the data publicly accessible. The notification to people affected by the data exposure, emailed by Dialogue Managing Director Juliette Levine and provided to Wired, said that forensic investigators found that the names of 113 past participants in Dialogue events had been exposed, and separately, some people registered for this summer's Dialogue retreat had their information accessed. Levine said the organization had temporarily closed many of its systems in response. The exposure, Levine alleged, was a hack executed by a well-known criminal who is wanted in the United States, adding that the group had acted out of caution to protect the safety, privacy, and reputation of every dialoger past and present. Multiple reviews of the site's publicly accessible architecture, though U.S.'s climate.gov site, taken down by Trump, relaunched by nonprofit. Over decades, researchers in the U.S. government and programs it sponsored built up a tremendous number of climate resources, from comprehensive analyses to massive datasets to basic explainers meant to inform the public. And people within the government built the climate.gov website to make it all accessible. But if you try to navigate there today, you get redirected to the climate page of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and are greeted with the following message. In compliance with Executive Order 14303, Restoring Gold Standard Science, the White House Office of Science and Technology Policies, June 23, 2025 Memorandum, Agency Guidance for Implementing Gold Standard Science in the Conduct and Management of Scientific Activities, 15 U.S.C. Section 2904, National Climate Program, 15 U.S.C. Section 2934, National Global Change Research Plan, and 33 U.S.C. Section 893A, NOAA Ocean and Atmospheric Science Education Programs. You have been redirected to NOAA.gov. Future research products previously housed under Climate.gov will be available at NOAA.gov/climate and its affiliate websites. Climate.gov was essentially gone, and the team that deleted implied that it happened because CL. 4 days left to save up to $190 on TechCrunch Founder Summit 2026. Founders don't grow alone. The best founders learn from peers facing similar challenges, gain insights from operators who have already scaled, and build relationships with investors who can help fuel the next stage of growth. You have just 4 days left to save up to $190 on your pass to TechCrunch Founder Summit 2026 before early bird rates end on June 26 at 11:59 p.m. PT. On November 4 in Boston, more than 1,000 founders and investors will come together for a full day of practical insights, peer-to-peer learning, and meaningful networking designed to help startups grow faster. This is TechCrunch's flagship founder conference, built specifically for founders. Whether you're preparing to raise capital, scaling revenue, hiring your next team members, or planning your next major milestone, Founder Summit connects you with the people and strategies that can help move your company forward. Register by June 26 to save up to $190 on your pass. Groups of 4 or more can save up to 30%. Learn from founders, operators, and investors who have done it before. TechCrunch Founder Summit is designed to deliver practical takeaways you can put into action immediately. You'll connect with Found. OpenAI launches new initiative to help find and patch open source bugs. OpenAI announced a new initiative on Monday designed to help the open source community improve its cybersecurity game and ward off bugs. Patch the planet, which is a not-so-subtle allusion to Hack the Planet, the iconic catchphrase from the 1995 movie Hackers. We'll see OpenAI team up with the security company Trail of Bits to help open source maintainers secure their projects. OpenAI said security staff from Trail of Bits will work directly with open source maintainers to review potential code issues. OpenAI's security tools, like Codex Security, will be used to assist in the process. Many maintainers are already being asked to sort through more reports more quickly with the same limited time and resources, OpenAI said Monday. Patch the Planet is built to reduce that burden, not add to it. Security engineers review findings before they reach maintainers, work with projects to develop patches and tests, and build reusable workflows that help teams continue improving security after the first fixes land. In other words, Trail of Bits engineers will function more or less like code EMTs. They're to help open-source project maintainers identify and triage potential issues. Best Dyson deals for Prime Day. Vacuums, hair tools, and more. There's nothing like a Dyson. Whether you're dreaming of your very own Dyson Airwrap to style your hair, or you're wishing you had a Dyson vacuum of some kind to really get your carpet clean, the way Dyson uses air power in both its vacuum and beauty products impresses us again and again. But that power comes with a price, so these Prime Day sales are a prime time to shop for a Dyson gadget of your own. Whether you're looking for a stick vacuum like the Dyson Gen 5 Detect, on sale for $660, or a new robot vacuum like Dyson Spot Plus Scrub AI, on sale for $850, that can mop and vacuum your floors at the same, there's a Dyson on sale for you. Here's all the Dyson deals I'd shop this week during Prime Day. Make sure to also check out our roundup of the absolute best Prime Day deals and best Prime Day beauty deals. Best Dyson vacuum deals. This was Dyson's top-of-the-line vacuum until this month, thanks to Dyson's newest cordless vacuums usurping its spot. But that's a good thing for you, because this vacuum is still excellent and now has a better sale price. The Gen 5 Detect has powerful suction, HEPA filtration, and comes with 2 vacuum heads for hard floors and carpet. It's especially effect. China takes supercomputer crown from US for first time since 2017. A supercomputer in Shenzhen was declared the world's fastest. It uses only standard microprocessors and not the special-purpose chips called graphics processing units. The best Apple Watch is 30% off right now, 2026. We on the Wired Reviews team are huge fans of smartwatches and fitness trackers in general. Rather than needing to pull out a phone for quick actions like accessing texts and music, you can do it at a glance at your watch. Plus, you can track your workouts, heart rate, and other health metrics without needing another device. If you're already an iPhone user, we think the Apple Watch Series 11 is the best Apple Watch for most people. It usually hangs around at an MSRP of $399 and a sale price of $299. At $279 right now, it's more than $20 below its lowest price this year. In fact, we don't expect it'll be this low price again until BL*CKFR* Day. We gave the Apple Watch Series 11 a coveted 9/10 Wired recommends rating because of its long battery life, iOS-integrated health updates, satellite messaging for off-grid communication, and blood oxygen monitoring. For a long time, short battery life plagued Apple Watches, but this watch can last a full 24-hour day. This helps to more accurately track important health metrics like your full workout routine, plus an entire night's sleep. The watch has the typical fitness stats and workout tracking metrics, like heart rate, sleep score, and Walmart-backed Flipkart expands quick commerce push as Amazon ramps up in India. As quick commerce becomes India's next e-commerce battleground, Walmart-backed Flipkart said Wednesday that its Minute service has built a network of 1,000 micro-fulfillment centers, small, strategically located warehouses designed to enable deliveries in minutes. Less than 2 years after launch, a milestone Amazon is also targeting as it expands its fast delivery business in the South Asian nation. Flipkart said it plans to expand the network to 1,500 micro-fulfillment centers by the end of 2026, a rapid build-out that would further strengthen its position in India's fiercely competitive quick commerce sector, where Blinkit, Zepto, Swiggy and Stammart, and Amazon are racing to add infrastructure and customers. Based on current store counts and announced expansion plans, Flipkart could emerge as India's second-largest quick commerce network by micro-fulfillment center count, behind Blinkit, which operates 2,243 such centers, according to a recent note by Jefferies. Rivals Zepto and Swiggy and Stammart are also expanding their networks. India has emerged as one of the world's fastest-growing quick commerce markets, with companies racing to build networks that can deliver everything fro. Oracle's 21,000 layoffs helped drive its debt-fueled AI investments. The growing use of AI contributed to Oracle laying off 21,000 workers in a year, according to a Securities and Exchange Commission filing on Monday. In its annual regulatory filing for the fiscal year ending May 31, Oracle said it has 141,000 full-time employees. In its 2025 filing, Oracle said it had 162,000 employees. The reported 12.9% reduction followed March reports of mass layoffs at the database management software company. TE adoption and deployment of AI technologies across our operations have resulted, and may continue to result, in reductions to our workforce, the filing reads. However, the job cuts are also tied to large capital expenditure to build Oracle's data center infrastructure to support AI workloads. The majority of the initiatives undertaken by the 2026 restructuring plan were affected to implement our continued emphasis in developing, marketing, selling, and delivering our cloud-based offerings. This week's filing reads. Oracle plans to raise $45 billion to $50 billion in 2026 to expand its Oracle Cloud infrastructure for customers like OpenAI, N.S.A, AMD, NVIDIA, and Meta, it said in February. About half of that funding will come through debt. Why? AI chipmaker Grok confirms $650 M raise, restaffs after NVIDIA's $20 billion not acqui-hire deal. What does an AI company do after one of those not acqui-hire deals, where a rival pays investors a hefty IP licensing fee while poaching its critical talent? For AI chipmaker Grok, the answer appears to be raise more money from investors, who were said to have profited handsomely after a deal with NVIDIA in December, hire more talent, and pivot. On Monday, Grok announced a new $650 million funding round, confirming earlier reports. The round was led by Disruptive, a Dallas-based late-stage investment firm founded by Alex Davis, who also serves as Grok's chairman, and Infinitum, a Fort Lauderdale hedge fund. The raise comes roughly 6 months after NVIDIA signed a non-exclusive licensing agreement for Grok's technology and hired away founder and CEO Jonathan Ross, President Sunny Madra, and other employees. Grok did not disclose its new valuation. It was last valued at $6.9 billion following a $750 million round in September. Ross, who came from Google, was known in the AI chip world for helping create Google's AI chip, the Tensor Processing Unit. He teamed up with another Google engineer, Doug Whiteman, to launch Grok a decade ago. Whiteman stayed on after the NVIDIA deal and the running list, major tech layoffs in 2026 where employers cited AI. Oracle disclosed Monday that it has reduced its workforce by 21,000 employees over the past 12 months, a decline of 13%, which means more cuts than was previously known, including because of AI. The adoption and deployment of AI technologies across our operations have resulted, and may continue to result, in reductions to our workforce, the company said in an annual financial regulatory filing. The revelation puts fresh numbers to what feels to many in the tech industry like an epidemic. Companies reporting record revenues while simultaneously culling their workforces, pointing to AI as both the engine of growth and the reason for the cuts. Tech layoffs hit their highest single month in years in May, and AI was the most cited reason, according to outplacement firm Challenger, Gray, and Christmas. We recently wrote about why that rationale is something companies may want to rethink, not least because for many of these companies, the roles they're now cutting ballooned during the pandemic hiring surge, raising questions about what's really going on right now. Below is a running look, in reverse chronological order, at the bigger tech companies that have announced significant layoffs. How to burst the AI bubble, strike at its roots. Last year, we featured a lengthy interview with tech journalist science fiction author Cory Doctorow about his book, N.S.A, Why Everything Suddenly Got Worse and What to Do About It. The prolific Doctorow is back with a provocative new book that serves as a follow-up of sorts, focusing on AI and related issues. The Reverse Centaur's Guide to Life After AI. Doctorow doesn't actually enjoy talking about AI, but he's constantly being asked to comment on it. I made the tactical error of being sick of talking about AI, Doctorow told Ars. So I wrote a book about why I think it's a dumb thing to keep asking people to talk about, and now I have to talk about it. Reverse Centaur is Doctorow's attempt to sort out the bullshit from the material reality. In automation theory, per Doctorow, A centaur describes a human augmented with a technology, like machine learning, or even just driving a car or using autocomplete. A reverse centaur is a machine head on a human body, a person who is serving as a squishy meat appendage for an uncaring machine, Dr. said in a speech last December. He gave the example of an Amazon delivery driver, surrounded by AI cameras monitoring the. That's all for this news briefing. Thanks for listening. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.